Hello, my name's Andrew, and today we're doing a review of these sweet vintage military winter mittens. I found these on eBay. I've been looking for something that's really warm for the winter because I have cold fingers, very low body fat, I'm slender, so it's hard for me to keep my hands warm and even my arms warm, especially in Rochester, New York winters where it's honestly been like below 30 almost every single day. And I have a poncho, which I love to wear. This is the Jack Stillman Ranger, but the problem is that the sleeves cut off around here, which is how ponchos work. So I've kind of been searching for some sort of solution, and I came across these things and they're awesome. I think they're from the Korean War, according to the description. They've got a really long cut, you can see. So they come basically up to a little bit over your elbow there. Man overboard. But yeah, they have wool on the top, so when your hands are, swinging or walking, it basically stops the wind from going straight into the leather underneath. And these ones are a little bit warm. They have, some separation there with the wool coming off. But overall, they were $20. Can you believe that? And actually, there are a lot of them on eBay and Etsy, so you could kind of shop around. You can probably find just about as good a deal on them, but this is probably one of the best purchases I've ever made in my entire life. I went out for a walk today, and normally what I've been doing is I've been wearing a coat and then like jamming my hands down into the pockets, to keep my hands warm, because I just haven't been able to find a good winter glove. I had these like synthetic North Face ones that had like PrimaLoft gold insulation. It's supposed to be like the best, but they were terrible. They didn't keep my hands warm at all. So these are really nice. They're like big enough that you can fit probably any hand size in there. And they've got enough room, but they're not like super massive, so you can fit either just kind of like a lightweight liner or finger glove like this. This is what I was wearing today, and my fingers were perfectly warm. It was about 20 degrees outside, and I could easily go below zero if I wore something warmer. But you can also fit something like this, just like a sort of mid-weight glove in there. Merino wool obviously is always the best. But these things have wool on the outside. They have leather on the hand, which is nice for doing anything with water. You can treat them, or leather with wax, so the water just beads off. And then it would be kind of cool if they had canvas up here, just to keep things 100% natural, but I think it's like nylon or something, which is fine because it's just an outer layer. It sheds the wind, or resists the wind pretty well. And it kind of works like a gaiter for your arm, because it goes up to like here, so this area is warm and then my poncho ends here. So honestly, it's like perfect. They look kind of like power gloves from like the game Fallout or something, some kind of post-apocalyptic thing that a warrior would wear. But anyways, on the inside, they're fully lined with wool, which is awesome. It's a mid-weight, so it's not super thick, but it's not thin either, which is ideal for going through different temperatures, where it might get up to as high as 40 and then down below zero even. And it's also removable. They've got these button-in things here. So you can fully take the lining out if you want, which is nice if you want to clean it, I don't think it's super necessary because you're probably going to be wearing a liner glove in these most of the time, so they're going to be clean and you probably wouldn't need to wash them, but nice feature to have. I think the original listing said that they were Air Force mittens, which makes sense because it's definitely really cold if you're flying up at a high altitude. And they've got these 3 different tightening straps here. This one I didn't really bother at all. I just left it where it was. But if it was super cold, you can cinch it a little bit tight to keep your hands super warm. And then they've got the ones up here. And I cinched them all the way and they didn't quite get tight around my arms, but I have, like I said, pretty slender arms. So anyone that has a little bit more body weight, it would probably work perfectly for. But the wool, honestly, it closes any gaps, so I didn't feel like I had a draft coming in there. And it is nice to have a little bit of space because if you're like going out on a hike or something like that, you want some airflow to be able to escape out of the mittens so that your fingers aren't getting sweaty, which ends up ironically making them cold. But yeah, the breathability is excellent because wool is moisture wicking, it's temperature regulating, it's antimicrobial, so it always smells nice, has a nice earthy smell to it. And overall, yeah, I think these things were a great pick. And if you want to search for a pair of your own, I put links down below to Etsy and eBay. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Those are I don't even know what they're called. They don't have an official name, but I'll just call them the the Air Force mittens. So anyways, thank you for watching. Catch you next time. Peace.